Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my first LP, Bare Knuckle 3 for the Sega Genesis. I'm your host, Devilish. Now for those of you who don't already know, this is the translated version of Bare Knuckle 3, also known in the West, Streets of Rage 3. They made quite a few changes to the character design, their outfits, some of the enemies. There's an additional hidden character, and most importantly, the story. At the start, instead of this plot to have high-ranking city officials replaced by robots, we have what looks like the beginnings of a full-scale war. A nuclear explosion, 30,000 people dead, 80,000 people injured. Disappearance of radioactive material, and the supposed abduction of a high-ranking general. And somehow, both the cops and the story are assigned to the same case. What would be the odds of that? I've been looking forward to this for quite a while. I've been meaning to do this for years. I've been a fan of Let's Plays and commentary in general since about 2008, 2009, and I know it's very difficult to make sure you have the commentary right, to make sure you keep yourself interesting, to make sure the videos are edited and rendered correctly, but at the same time, it can also be very rewarding. A place for people to gather together to talk about something, or even to talk about nothing. Anybody remember when they had computer screens that looked like this? My mom had one in her office when I was in the first grade, and I remember all it could do was type. Yes, folks, I am that old. Bear with me. So I'm going to start with Axel here. He's my favorite character. In the previous iterations of the game, he was the all-rounder. But in the third game, he's become something of a lightning bruiser. He can deal high amounts of damage in a short amount of time. His special moves are awesome. I think one of the hidden characters is my second favorite. There's no explanation as to why Adam is missing. Just like Zan, the scientist from the Syndicate, told us. As if he's not standing right beside me when I'm saying that. In the Western version, they talk about how Adam's too busy to help. Right. I mean, how much more serious could things be? So the first bomb's already been dealt with. We're looking for the second one, but we have to fight our way out first. Last, some form of collusion. To start, check the bottom left corner. You'll find a bonus point item and extra lives. That's a tradition. Every game in the series, 1, 2, and 3. Don't let the chicks jump too much. They'll punish you. But if you're feeling daring, use the knee strike transition to a combo. The blonde guys, all they do is block, but these guys, don't let them grab you from the front. There's no escape but to use your special move. If they grab you from behind, you can throw them off. But another reason why I like Axel so much is because, and this game in general, you keep an eye on your power bar, and if it's full, you can use your special attack without suffering any recoil damage. Otherwise, the amount of damage you receive is proportional to the amount of units missing from the power bar, which adds a whole new element of strategy to the game. There are so many more options, offensively and defensively. For example, dashing makes the game much faster paced. Being able to quickly approach an enemy, to take them by surprise, to be upon them before they even know you're coming. Watch out for these guys. They attack from above, but they're very slow. If you jump and attack at the same time, you can throw a weapon. And be careful with the guys with knives, because somehow it increases their speed to hold a knife. Do you enjoy it that much? I suppose so. Not this time, Agent Smith. Now, when these guys draw and fire and reload, wait for them to shoot, and while they're reloading, you can just unload on them. Try not to get too close to them, otherwise they'll grab and throw you, but you can transition out of it by pressing up and C while you're in midair. You'll land on your feet without taking any damage, but keep in mind, some enemies can do it too. For some reason, in the Japanese version of the game, there's a hole in that wall, like somebody blasted it open. In the Western version, it's just a wide open area. That never made sense to me. See if I can throw a sword too. Yeah, like that. I was hoping to get this guy to roll, because when they roll and they miss, they get dizzy. Don't throw these guys, you'll get crushed. You'll take damage instead of them. Best to attack them from a distance, if you can. And they can also lift up and throw smaller characters. But I know that in 2-player mode, the player characters can do it too. You can knock off the bikers for bonus points, which is another reason to keep your health level as high as you can at the end of a boss fight, because you get bonus points based on how much health you have remaining. So the more points you have left, the easier it is to reach an extra life. And later on in the game, you will need them. Trust me. I'm waiting for these two. There. Yes, timed it just right. Oh man, look at that. Oh, this is new. This guy was removed from the Western version of the game. You'll see why. Getting a little bit of slow down there, but that's okay. We're still going. The guys in green attack very quickly than their blue jean counterparts. So try to keep them separate from the others so that you can focus all your attention on them after you ward the others off of you. These guys focus mostly on grabs and slide tackles. You can evade out of their throws, and just before they slide, they crouch down. So when they do, jump over them and attack them from behind. And when you see two breakable objects close together, one of them will have a health item. Both of them will if you're playing in 2-player mode. That's usually a good indicator that a boss fight is coming. This eccentric-looking individual is Ash. He's very strong and very fast, even though he looks ridiculous. Best strategy is to attack him while he's in midair, because he can't attack while he's jumping, only while he's on the ground. But if he grabs you, there's no escaping it, because he slams you directly to the ground. And if he starts wheeling his feet like a cartoon character, that's your indicator that he's going to dash forward. Look at him lying on the ground, crying like a little bitch. Shouldn't have been talking shit. Your Venus necklace having ass. Anyway, finally get out of here, into the alleyway. Why do all fighting games have settings like these? Not just beat-em-ups, but one-on-one fighters too. I mean, like, anybody ever played Tournament Fighters, the Ninja Turtle fighting game for the Super Nintendo? That's Leo's stage, is an alleyway. I mean, I could imagine Wrath having a stage like that. You know, he's kind of rough, but you'd think Leo would be in, like, in a dojo or something. What's that? Harmony Pink something. And here we have Shiva. He's the first level boss. In the previous game, he was the penultimate boss of the game, but now here it is, end of the first round, and he's already getting his hands dirty to play with us. He's every bit as tough as he looks, but there's a mission later on in the game. You can succeed or fail, and the story changes depending on that. And if you fail, you face off against Shiva at the end of the game instead of X. But if you succeed, you don't ever see him again, which kind of sucks. But he's not that hard. All you have to do is keep him grounded. Because when you knock him down, he'll always jump forward. So you can either keep him grounded with your jump kick, or if you have enough power, use your special move. And conserve your health pickups until you need them. Now, the non-boss enemies will take them if you're not careful. No, I was trying to do a back attack, but it didn't work. The enemy AI is very good at using the edges of the screen for hiding. So they can attack you and avoid you where you can't get to them. Yeah! Look at that. Slow motion death. And he somehow jumps 12 feet in the air to make his escape with the help of this jetpack dude. Wow. And a full life bonus. And enough, almost, to level up my blitz attack. You can level it up 3 times, but you lose a level if you die, so keep that in mind. Skate's a little rougher around the edges in this game. I didn't actually get to play this game until the early aughts when I first discovered emulation. But most of my friends had Sega Genesis. I myself did not. I was a Nintendo kid. There it is. But by the time this game did come out, most of my friends had upgraded to newer systems. These guys will keep approaching you until you defeat them. And the ones in green take more than just one hit, so you have to keep attacking them every time they pass you. And don't use your blitz attack, even if you find an enemy that's walking around, because you'll leave yourself wide open to get tire treads on your back. Now they're gonna keep ganging up on you. Oh, look at that! Double kill. And I got the star on top of that. You're going to try to focus on the yellow ones if there's a group, because it'll leave your path open. And the Joker wannabe looking guys over here. These guys are much weaker. Now, I think the best strategy when you find yourself swarmed with enemies is to just keep bouncing around. You know, keep your enemy guessing. Keep them moving to get to you, so that while they're already planning to react to your movements, you're already damaging some of the other enemies. And then you can wear them down, little by little. Yeah. Now here, you want to focus on the clown instead of the kangaroo, because then if you defeat him before defeating the kangaroo, not only will the kangaroo run off, but you'll unlock the kangaroo as a hidden character. He plays similarly to Skate, with a little bit more reach, a little bit more power. Didn't mean to do that, but I damaged him. Still not my style, though. I think Axe is my favorite, Shiva's my second favorite. And yeah, Shiva's a hidden character in this game. And look at that. Onward to the next scene. But I think that's gonna do it for the first episode of Let's Play Bare Knuckle 3. This has been your host, Devilish, reminding you, keep it awesome. Bye-bye.